What you see here is the type of letter that you want to get from the FCC. You take a look here and it says construction permit. We have received a construction permit for a radio station from the FCC. It's taken us 13 years to get this far. We've spent a lot of money. We've made several applications, and finally we got it. Needless to say, we were pretty much elated when we got this. It's for 89.1, and it's a Class C1. What that means is we are allowed 100,000 watts with our new radio station. There you see it. Vertical polarization, 100,000 watts. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Oh man, he's not a pirate anymore. I'm not going to go watch any of his videos. Well, we never really were a pirate to begin with, as far as I'm concerned. Our focus was always on filling a niche in our community for modern rock. No other radio stations were playing modern rock. And filling a niche for bringing local bands to the forefront, to give them a venue, so to speak, for playing their music. Nobody else was doing that. So that was our main focus. And it just so happens we were able to find a couple of frequencies that we could use that were unused by anybody else. And the equipment that we used was always squeaky clean. We never interfered with anybody else, although the FCC supposedly had a problem with 94.5, so we shut it down. But you see, the thing is, if we were called a pirate, the dictionary defines pirate as being somebody or someone who steals something from somebody else, something that doesn't belong to them. Well, like I said, the channels that we used were always open channels. They weren't in use by anybody else. And like I said, we never interfered with anybody else. So now what's going to happen is our focus is going to change. We're still going to do the show on the internet. We've been doing that for, almost a decade now. We're going to continue to do that. The program will be more known as Modern Rock Worldwide. It'll be at the same time slot, midnights, Saturday night into Sunday morning. You can still tune in over the internet. The website is www.radiofargo.com and www.angelfire.com/nd/P1R4T3Z. First one's probably easier to remember. Now, we're going to focus on building our new radio station. Obviously, being an internet only and just, what little power that we had, it didn't cost us much to run, and it didn't cost us much to keep it going. Well, to build a 100,000 watt radio station, you need a tower, you need a transmitter, and you need some kind of a link, and then you've got to rent the land from somebody. So, we've accomplished part of that. We haven't got the tower yet. We're still getting bids on that. We'd like to show you the tower that we're looking at eventually here. But for right now, we're just basically in the groundbreaking stages of building our station. We've got 3 years to build it. The FCC will give you 3 years in your construction permit to build it, and we're hoping to have it on long before that. Obviously, we're chomping at the bit to actually pick up listeners over the air in their cars and on boomboxes, Walkmans, etc., etc. So, we're going to build a station. It costs money, and we're going to have to do some fundraising to get this, and also you'll be hearing a lot more about that and the progress as we get things built and get things going. Okay, here's a picture of one of the towers that we're looking at. We're trying to get a bid on. It is actually located about 30 miles west of here, right next to the highway. And a local guy or a local organization, tower company, owns it. And we're trying to get a bid on it right now to see if what it would cost for us to buy it and for them to put it up. Today we're going to go to our tower site. We've already been there once with the landowner. The landowner followed us up through a really rough trail to get to the tower site, and we're hoping that with my little Subaru here that we can indeed follow his path. And when we get close there, we'll show you what the road is really like and what the area is like. It's not at all what we thought it would be. Google Earth indicated that it was fairly flat out there. It's actually an excavated gravel pit, and most of the gravel has been mined out of the area, so it could be that he's going to have to do some bulldozing and stuff like that, which we are going to include in our contract, in our rental agreement. So we will see you in about 20 miles or so in Barnesville, Minnesota. All right, it is 3/4 of a mile north on this gravel road is where our tower site is going to be. And if you take a look up there in those trees, that's about where it's going to be at. The landowner said this road is not bad in the wintertime, except for one little area coming up here. You come up over this hill, and he says this little area here apparently fills up with snow in the wintertime. Okay, our tower site is right by those trees over there, right beyond the pile of sand on the other side. We've got to kind of come in from the back. I'll show you how we do that. Look closely up this. If you can zoom in a little bit, would you take your car up this road? Check this out. And I'm driving a Subaru. Okay, we're going to come around the back here. Okay, check the stake with the fluorescent paint. That's one of the anchors that we walked off. And today, with the GPS, we're going to find out how close we actually were when we walked off the anchors for the tower. Up there, you can see another stake. That's for the northeast anchor. We're going to keep going around this hill and stuff over here. This is what the landowner says he can all bulldoze down, make all of this flat, which would make access a lot easier. Okay, up here, there is another stake. As I drive over a tree. There. That is where the tower base is going to go. Let's go take a GPS coordinate. It says here we are 71 feet from where the FCC says we're supposed to be. Well, as you probably guessed, it's an exciting time for all of us here at Modern Rock Worldwide, and we'll try to keep you updated as often as we can with videos and progress reports on our little venture for our new radio station. Thanks for watching the video. Check back soon.